that part. All right. But I posted all this stuff on Instagram, and I know a lot of people have jumped on that. And like I said, I posted it up Friday night, and I had a lot of comments on Instagram. I'm headed to my Lowe's right now, but I talked to the guy here, and it was a huge influx yesterday morning of people because they had tons of them. The guy said they had around eight of each. Okay, so it really does make you realize the reach that Instagram kind of has. They didn't lower the prices of the trimmers yet. These are $95.20. Again, I already did a video on this, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. But what guys do you want? What would you rather see reviewed? Now, I talked about it in the video. I'm like, I wish I was live. I had the guy get the push model to review for you guys, but then my math was a little off, and I'm like, actually, really, it's only $68 more for the self-propelled. All right, and not only do you get the self-propelled, but you get a much bigger battery. All right, it's a 7.5 amp hour compared to a 5 amp hour. But guys, if you're interested in a mower that is the DeWalt, these are the DeWalt mowers, except obviously this. And I mentioned it in the video that you're going to see later. Not only, like, we saw over here, guys, the warranty. With the Craftsman outdoor stuff, it's 4 years. With the DeWalt, it's 3. Okay, all right, I guess, Craftsman, the more better warranty, they're more money. Then you come over here and they have a self-propelled mower, but Craftsman has the self-propelled mower, and their commercial grade platform, the DeWalt 40 volt, again geared for the professional contractor or lawn care professional. What they were at GIE promoting for years, at least the 2 years I was there, was that 40 volt. Now they discontinued that, right? Supposedly. Now, why didn't they come out with the self-propelled? Now, we'll have to see maybe if next year the 40 volt comes back, maybe redesigned. But to have that DeWalt 40 volt be their commercial mower when it's exactly like the DeWalt 20 volt mower, and on top of that, you have a Craftsman that's self-propelled. So just weird the way they're working this Craftsman and DeWalt stuff. I know we've talked about it, but what do you guys want? You want to see? Thank you, Shaka. Daily public service. Yo, tour guide time. What's up, Angel? What's up? So what do you want to see? How much the Craftsman 60 volt push? It comes with a 5. You can get for $162, guys. I put this on Instagram. It's in store only, from what I've surmised, but you can go check online and maybe have them ship it to you. They sold out of everything yesterday. Now, what most people do is they think it's sold out because there's nothing here. But these are brand new floor models, and that's the one good thing that Lowe's does, is they kind of keep the mowers from people finger schmucking them, beating them up. So no one really touches these. So the battery's inside the bag, the charger's inside the bag. But again, do you want to see the self-propelled review, or do you want to see the push? Or if you don't give a crap, then stay with the push. But I had the guy take the push down. Another reason I'm doing this, because I'm probably not going to post this till tonight. But if you're interested, go to Lowe's. And they should have these discounted everywhere. So they got to move these out. The trimmers and the blowers, they don't take up as much room. So they haven't discounted them in all stores yet. But I wanted to go live just to let you know, don't be afraid to grab. If it's all empty here, you should have 2, floor models that are going to be brand new, and they're ready to go. You can get them also. So I sometimes people see this empty space here and they're like, oh, I missed the deal. Son of a gun. I can't believe it. $162? Oh my God. But We got 2 brand new ones up top. All right, so I'm not going to stick around here long. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, Travis Comp. Testing. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, Anthony. Test the water by giving them a better warranty, higher prices, and better features. And then if people like the features, what? They're going to charge, all right, instead of, no, that don't. What's up, TC? All right, so thank you, guys. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I'll probably be at Depot soon. I just got to get some deep wood. So check out your lows, guys. I'll have a video more in depth on this stuff later. All right, peace. EJM, thank you, buddy. I'll check you out. Go check it out. Go get your Craftsman. Tell 94 GT, go get a freaking mower. $230 for a self-propelled freaking mower with a 7.5 amp hour. This battery must be a monster, guys. It's a 7.5 amp hour. So you're looking at probably close to a 300 watt hour battery. All right, now I could be off, give or take, but we know about the 56 volt. Now this is probably a 54 volt, but again, they're going to call it a 60. But 7.5, that's a very big battery to get for $230. You never see the Ego go for $230 with a 7.5 amp hour battery, self-propelled, and a steel deck. And that's one thing that you got. I think I give Stanley Black & Decker credit for. They didn't go with the plastic deck or really any of their mowers. But I'm sure the runtime is just as bad, guys. All right, we haven't really seen a lot of these mowers, but that's another thing that's kind of making me think maybe go with the self-propelled, only because we know about the 40 volt, right? Now this is going to be a little bit bigger battery. All right, it's a 5 amp hour. Okay, it's a 5 amp hour 60 volt. Remember, the 40 volt comes with a 6 amp hour 40 volt. All right, probably it's very similar, but you'll definitely should get a little bit more watt hours with this. And I because they're saying up to 60 minutes of runtime, so this might be totally different. And you can do up to a half an acre. All right, so actually by looking at this, and this is a 3-in-1, just like the DeWalt's, and you have that collapse. You can put this in any car, guys. Don't be afraid if you see the floor model up here. Just bring the handle down, just like the DeWalt. Take the bag off, and you can take this thing anywhere. You can put this in the trunk of an Ultima. But listen, it's good that you 4-year warranty too. So listen. With the DeWalt, you're coming nowhere near 60. Again, with 2 5s with their 20 volt model, you're getting around 15 minutes. Well, no, that's not 15 to 20 minutes. I tend to think around 18 minutes. With the 40 volt, same thing. Maybe a minute, 15 to 20 minutes. With this mower, they must have did something kind of different, because there's a little bit of a difference in the watt hours of the battery. But to have 3 times as much runtime, and that might be, perfect conditions, but so these might have been improved a little bit, and maybe that's why the DeWalt 40 volt is kind of coming off. Kind of makes sense. Maybe they're going to kind of improve that runtime with the 40 volt, because that mower is anything but for the commercial lawn care person. Now, I'm actually using it quite a bit, trust me, but the only reason it's working for me is because I have 3 batteries. I have a 7.5, a 6, and a 4, and I did the 2 lawns that I got to do on one day. I was getting them done in the beginning of the season with the 4 and the 6, but now that all this rain, the grass is growing, I got to have that 7.5 and the 6. All right, let me get out of here. I just start yapping, and it's incredible. Guys, have a great rest of your day. Ultimate. Michael Anthony, what's up? I could how to square up a miter saw. Yeah, I could do that. I think I have one on that. Anthony. Stone Cold, what's up? EJM. All right, guys, get on it if you want one of those mowers, guys. They're gonna go quick. So it's a great deal, guys. Really is. And with the improved runtime, It looks like that they did. You know, we didn't talk too much about the Craftsman mowers. We just, you know, there's not really nothing, no one's really in that platform. So we didn't talk about it much, but it looks like there's a lot of improvements. 60 minutes with a 5. So with that 7.5 amp hour battery, they're saying you could do a half an acre with the battery that comes with it, which is a 5 amp hour, 60 volt battery. So with that 7.5, you should be at that, you know, obviously with the self-propelled mechanism, that's going to eat some power, but you know, you can use that when you need it too. Just because it's self-propelled doesn't mean that you have to use it all the time. All right, let me go. Will you just let me, for two use? I'm going. Forget this.